for those who are maybe newer to the subject of the Watergate scandal, how would you compare everything you're seeing now with Donald Trump and this administration versus what Richard Nixon was forced to resign for and would have been impeached for?
Well, this is orders of magnitude worse. Um, the articles of impeachment voted against Mr. Nixon, obstruction of justice, which is bad enough, and abusing federal might call weaponization of the agencies, to go after his. He had a very famous or infamous enemies list, although it really wasn't. You at that time, John, you boasted if you got on his enemies list. I mean, Walter Cronkite and his stars. So that was kind of a badge of honor. But I never had the sense at that time, living through it, that Nixon would just set the Constitution ablaze. There were violations, but you never had President Nixon saying, "Well, I don't really have to honor the Constitution, respect it if I don't want to. I can go into the Panama Canal and all these other places. I don't need any authorization, to initiate war." And as bad as Nixon was in many respects, he wasn't using it as his office, to enrich himself, running sideline businesses, being a pitchman for Bibi Rebozo. Bibi Rebozo, for those who aren't as old as us or me, anyway, he was kind of like the Elon Musk for Donald Trump. So this is orders of magnitude more worrisome. And it also is aggravated in its seriousness, John, because at least at that time, Congress still had at least a semi backbone. You had people who would be willing to tell Mr. You need to go. They issued subpoenas. I mean, the effort to impeach was a bipartisan effort. The Republicans understood that the system was in jeopardy if Mr. Nixon could get away with what he could get away with. And you don't have that anymore. You just have Congress sitting there as an idle spectator watching Elon Musk dismantle everything that their handiwork and shrugging their shoulders and saying, well, at least he's doing it. We'd like to do it, but we don't want to vote on it.
Yes.
So that's what makes and the reason why that observation is important, it underscores to our audience, Sean, the criticality of citizen involvement. We are the last guardrails. Congress will act as a guardrail only if we shout and scream. You must do that or you're not going to be in office. Now, that did happen in Watergate when there were at least initial indications by President Nixon that he was not going to surrender the tapes, which were critical to his incrimination and ouster. There were 30,000 telegrams came into Congress every day, all offices combined. You're not seeing that right now, which is very, very troublesome. But if they did see it, they would act. If they have to choose between their skin and Mr. Trump's, they're going to choose themselves. And it's up to us to make them see they are going to have to choose one or the other.